Look at this giant, this fallen giant. Oh, baby, how old are you? Trees take hundreds of years to turn into humus. Stopping for lunch at the No Business Shelter. No business. Broken table. That's a bummer. Right on trail though. Someone's jeans. I'm approaching my 300 miles left mark. Yes, I am approaching my 300 miles left in my flip-flop through hike left. Yep. After this, I'll only have 300 miles left. My endpoint isn't very close to my home in Virginia because we're not very close to the trail. But symbolically, I am walking home to my husband and walking home to Virginia. Again, not the hike I dreamt of, not the hike I planned for. That is my hike. It's not bad. It has bad days for sure. So I called my husband a couple days ago, having a really bad day, pretty much at the halfway point of this stretch of my hike. And he came with the dogs. And every time he has come to visit me with the dogs, he's come to visit me multiple times, more than this, but 3 times with the dogs. The first time it was a motel, and Lucky is just all about protecting his dad from everything and every possible danger. So every time somebody walked by or made a noise or opened or closed a door at the motel, it wasn't good. It was stressful. The second time was in Maine, and it was at the cabin, and he couldn't fit on the beds. My husband is tall, and both the beds were in, it was in a camper. So if you had a dog, you could use the camper. And it's just an old camper parked there. But it had 2 doors that wouldn't latch closed. And normally I wouldn't have cared about that, but we have a dog who's a runner. So if the doors don't latch, that was very stressful. Plus my husband couldn't fit on the beds because they were like boxed in. Oh. And then this time, at Nature's Inn, great stay. I don't care. It was that the power went out. It's not their fault. The winds were insane yesterday. Power was out in Asheville. My daughter's power was out. But at least I had already showered because I had been there for 2 days, and or that was my second day. But yeah, after my hike ended yesterday, the power was out, and my husband's coming to visit with the dogs, and one of our dogs doesn't get along with most other dogs, and there was another couple with a dog in our little house that we were in, and it was fine. They were separated. Lucky and the other dog never saw each other. My girl, Foxy, did say hi to the other dog. The other dog was like, okay, that's enough, and we stopped saying hi. But this was the least stressful. The fact that the power went out. Oh, the other part was there's a water pump, an electric water pump. So the power being out also meant there was no water, but the creek was right there, and Michael grabbed a 5-gallon bucket and we brought it inside so we could flush the toilets. So that was good. Everybody's got headlamps. Yeah, we just grabbed some food at the grocery store. So why do I always talk when I'm walking up a hill? I don't know. 300 miles left to my husband. I'm 0.3 miles from 300 mile left mark. It's exciting. AT, I love you. And I also really miss my husband. And I can't wait to go home and edit videos all about you. I get to relive it. That's fun. Having my husband and dogs visit was the best thing ever. We only had a few hours really awake together, but they were great hours. I feel recharged. Come home, baby. I'm coming home. You withstood the storm last night. Awesome. Look. Oh no! Did I pass it? No, I didn't pass it. But I bet it's right at the top of this little hill. 300 more miles together. Yes. We got this. What a difference a day with your husband and dogs makes. What a great trail today. This is a very pleasant walk. So the 11 point whatever miles from that gap to Irwin. It's nice. Now that I said that, it's going to be I have to fall down a mountain. But lots of sidewinders today. I don't know what, I'm sure this type of trail has an actual name. Like it's a ridge walk when you're right on top of the ridge. But when you're kind of on the side of the mountain and it's like a steep up on one side and a big drop off on the other, I don't know what to call that. So I call it a sidewinder. Because you're winding around the side of the mountain. Does anyone know? Does it have a real name? What do I call that type of trip? About 1.5 miles to go. Oh my goodness, to take my sneakers off, get a shower, laundry, all the chores, get my food. I get a cabin this time. We're sharing it. Catherine, or Caterito, and I are sharing a cabin. You could get a bike and take that into town, or there's also a shuttle into town. I don't know if it's Nolachucky or Nolachucky, but that's the river sound. I think we're going to get better views down here. Oh, this is it right here. This is Uncle Johnny's. I'm pretty positive. That's gotta be it. All right, I got a cabin. Let's go see. So happy to be here. Oh, look at all the bikes. That's awesome. Cabin A. Here's my bed. That's Catherine's. Look at it. Tiny little thing. So we're slack packing. So they brought my extra stuff over. I'm slack packing. A TV with movies. A microwave and a fridge. And there's a common space I haven't looked at yet. But isn't this awesome? Nice. The ladies' room has 2 toilets. One are closed. 2 sinks, a mirror, and 2 shower stalls. Right, I think I've got all the food groups. There's goat cheese in there too. So.